I thought we played hard all night tonight, and we got to bounce there on that goal, and that's just from working hard, getting on the forecheck and battling.
There's been a lot of talk about finally trying to close out a game because you guys have given up leads in the last little while here. How complete of an effort was that, and how good in terms of closing it out was that?
Well, we can do better, and we know that. But at the end of the day, we got the 2 points, and I thought we did a pretty good job closing the game out. And I think in the future we got to play more in their zone and really smother them. They're coming at us pretty good, and it's a learning progress. And I thought we did a great job bearing down and blocking shots, and we're going to need that.
How do you like playing with Purcell and Pouliot? It seems like you guys have some chemistry.
They're two great players that make plays and skate very well and work hard. And we just talked about it, about working hard for each other. And we had a couple of shifts in their zone for about 30 seconds, and just a matter of battling for each other. And we got a goal tonight, and hopefully that continues.
Two on nothing when you guys didn't get the puck in that. Looked like you're playing pitch and catch all the way down the ice. One of us has got to shoot here.
Yeah, I mean, he made a great play there. We just try to go back and forth a couple times. I mean, we haven't practiced that, so we'll work on that tomorrow. But it just bounced over my stick. I had the empty net, and it's it's a tough bounce, but we got the win. So, and it's we got that one back for us. So.
A good team in your first game. Just how was it as an Oiler for the first time?
It was awesome. Anytime you come in and get a win like that and chip in on the point sheet, it's about all you can ask for. So it's nice. The Islanders are a great team, so I thought we responded really well tonight.
You starting to learn about this group, albeit in the very brief amount of time you've been here.
I don't know. I think we can play. We did a lot of good things out there. We had a lot of good zone time. I think if we simplify things and just make the right plays at the right times, stuff will open up. If we kind of play defensively and grind it out, and then our skill guys can take over from that.
Can you take us through you setting up that goal, what you saw?
Somebody dumped it in. The goalie came out to play it. I just tried to get in hard on the forecheck, and I gave him a slash. Me and him went to poke it, and it went right to Hendo. So it's kind of a bit lucky, I guess, but it's nice to get a first one.
Thank you.
Wasting any time scoring that goal off the face-off in the second period.
Yeah,
It was mapped out.
yeah. I don't know what the time was on it, but 8. Yeah. You know what? It was a good play by Halsey, and we knew that they were going to come at us hard off the face-off. So Halsey made a good play at the line, and to be honest, I had my head down. I didn't know where I was going. So sometimes you get lucky. I've had a lot of chances this year where I've definitely been robbed. I think more than other years and hit a lot of posts. So sometimes you throw the puck on the net like that, it goes in. So hopefully it continues.
Do you think you could have clipped 2 seconds off it to get to Glenn Anderson's?
No, it's I don't know if we got any quicker than that.
Is that about as complete effort as this team's seen in a while, would you say?
Yeah, we played well. I thought the whole 60. I thought there was maybe a couple spurts in the third where they maybe took it to us a little bit, and obviously, rightfully so, they're hungry, trying to push for a goal. But Scrivy was there to make some saves, and we got a little bit of a roll going here, so we're feeling good about ourselves. I think if we can continue to play well, he's just going to get more confidence.
You talked this morning about sort of not being.
Clint Cameron got it in the lineup tonight for the first time as an Oiler. And, walking, he skate, brings a lot of energy. He did a heck of a job on that forecheck, and gave me a nice empty netter.
Matt, how good is it to finally close one out? I know there's been a lot of talk about that over the last little while here, just to finally do it against your team too.
We've talked about our team game. It's been improving night in and night out. The practices have been improving. There's more energy in the room right now, and you could just sense that we're knocking on the doorstep in the last few games. A couple overtime losses, shootout losses, things like that. But it was a big team effort tonight. Good feeling going into tomorrow.
Just to follow up, do you guys feel like you're playing more comfortable with the lead now?
I think we, make more points towards expecting that we're going to put ourselves in these situations, and a winning attitude is what helps you get. That's a great team out there. Put a lot of pressure on us late, and the attitude that we have is what's going to help carry us through.
frustrating, especially when you know it's a team that has struggled this season. What is the takeaway?
Well, I mean, we just have to be better. You know, you can't count a team like that out. They have such dynamic players out there, and you know that you have to respect them. And you know, tonight we didn't, and we didn't play our game, and you know we have to get back on track in Vancouver and do the things that make us the Islanders.
What is the quickest way to get back on track and to kind of look to the next game?
Just try to forget about it, go over video, see what we could improve on from today, and you know, try to play our game instead of trying to complicate things.
It's not tough, though. I mean, it was uncharacteristic mistakes, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it wasn't us, and we know that we can be better, and you know, we just have to be better. That's all.
Trying to remember. Had you scored here before?
I don't know.
Probably not.
Probably not. No, probably not.
Good to do it in front of your parents, though, huh?
Yeah, it was, but I'd rather get 2 points than score a goal.
Thanks for this.
Thanks.
It's really the only way to describe the effort tonight. Slow coming out, and you know, let them do some things they wanted to do. Give them some credit, but you know, just slow and outworked, and just not good enough. You know, it starts with me, and you know, being on 3 goals against isn't acceptable either. So we need a better effort than that. I don't care how good things have been going. You can't get complacent, and tonight we just didn't play very well.
When things tend to not go well in a game and you're trying to get back in the groove of things, especially there in the third period, what is the fastest way or the quickest way you can try to turn things around that you weren't able to do tonight?
I think it's just being hungrier and having a mindset of just, you know, willing yourself to winning battles and getting pucks to the net and doing all the things you need to do to put pressure on the other team and make it difficult for them and eventually score a goal. You know, you just got to find a way and dig deep, and we just didn't seem to have it.
This is a night where, when I was talking with Cappy, he mentioned that he didn't feel like everybody was present, that there were some passengers. As a leader in this dressing room, is there anything you can do to help kind of get everybody on the same page after a game like this, or do you just move forward?
Well, I think for me, it's going out there and making sure I'm ready to play, and I'm setting the example, doing the right things out there and playing hard. And I think just stressing how important each game is, no matter who you're playing, what rink you're in, what the situation is. And I think at the same time, there's no need to panic, but we've overcome some adversity this year. It's part of it, but I think we just know we can play a whole lot better than the way we've played. I think there's been some games we haven't gotten the results, but you know we were doing some good things, and I think tonight there was just too much of us just not skating and not winning battles and not doing a lot of things that make us successful.
Do you think the disappointment for tonight's game could be fuel for your next matchup with the Canucks?
Oh, I hope so. I think we responded all year long. We got a character team, and I think you know we'll look at what we got to be better at and get ready for a tough game against a team that's played very well this year, veteran team, and we got to play better than that to win.
Going into the third period down to 1, you must have felt pretty good that we're still in this game and could have come out with a good effort.
Yeah, we did. I mean, heck of a job by the 5-on-3 and the penalty kill to keep us in it, and Yarrow made some big saves, and you know, obviously that third goal they got gave them some more momentum and some life. After thought we had some good shifts after the penalty kill, and you know, then after that it's just your uphill battle, and they had some life and some energy to have a lead, and obviously they haven't had the success they've wanted, so you could tell that they were doing what they needed to do to win.
You by surprise with the way you've been playing?
I thought we played pretty good. I thought we had a couple guys that were just down right out very bad. I mean, we gave them 3 gifts and an empty netter. We had more. We were physical. You know, we did a lot of good things, but at the end of the day, it's about execution. And there's some guys that need to look in the mirror.
Going into the third period, though, you guys must have felt pretty good that you just needed a good effort in that third.
We were going good. You know, we had some good chances again. We had 30-plus shots. Again, we had 2 goals on our power play. So guys got to figure it out. I mean, we got to get a little bit more offense. It's been an ongoing thing with our team secondary score, and everybody talks about it. And then 4 or 5 games, it's nowhere to be found. So I like some of the habits of some of our guys. That, you know, Scrivens made some big saves. They went to the net. Then we had some other guys that absolutely just didn't do the right things.
What early goal in the second, was that just a lapse, or was that, did you think that was just pretty good
Well,
pass?
I think it was, we could have stepped up and held the gap there, but, killed the 5-on-3. Again, I like where we're at. We got, I thought we were coming pretty good, and we established our forecheck. I don't know how many shots we had or chances in the third, but we're just hoping to get the equalizer there. We couldn't get it, but again, with our hockey club, we need all 20 guys going. And if you talk to the guys, I'm sure they feel the same way tonight. We just didn't execute from the back end through our transition into our forecheck. So give them credit. They worked hard. Their goaltender played well. And, for us, it's a good situation, obviously, that all the guys could get in the lineup.
Do you think some of your guys that weren't there are overlooking a team that's struggling?
No, we would never overlook a team. We know this team is played extremely well. Like, I know their record is what it is, but if you look at the games and some of the teams that they've beaten, their record should be a lot better than what it is. So people that talk about that, I have no interest in even going down that road.
That's Islanders head coach Jack Capuano talking about the execution.
Todd, was that the best structured game you guys have played?
Yes and no. I thought that in the first period, I liked our structure. We played with a lot of pace to our game. I liked it a lot. It was a fast period, and then we got away from our structure a bit in the second period and the start of the third, and we had to make an adjustment. I thought we, especially in the second and early in the third, we were giving up too many odd man rushes or potential odd man rushes, and so we had to make an adjustment. And then once we did that, things kind of settled down a bit.
Yeah, converted that 2-on all. Much better.
We got to work on that tomorrow in practice. Yeah.
Any relief just finally closing one out and not giving up the lead after the last few games here?
You know what? That's a lot of relief. It was nice to get the goal support tonight. I thought Benny was very good in net tonight. Timely saves when he had to make those big saves. He was there for us. A lot of really solid efforts from a lot of individuals.
2-0 as a trio, those three together look pretty good tonight.
With Roy, yeah, they were solid. I thought they played a good, solid game.
Clean camera on the Gordon line?
Pardon me?
Clean camera on the Gordon
Yeah,
line?
you know what? Well, you saw the first goal, how Klinkhammer got down ice real quick. Got to the puck, I think, before the goalie, and then, Hendy banged it in. But, you add that element of speed to that line. They're very tough to play against. And I felt comfortable putting them out in D-zone draw situations if they threw out Tavares' line. So, it was a solid effort by that line tonight.
Define what you've done since you've come here, obviously, in terms of simplifying the game, picking up the pace and all that stuff.
Well, I think that's one of the things we're trying to do is pick up the pace of play. And like I said, I liked the first period. Actually, I thought it was pretty decent the whole game, but we want to maintain the pace that we had in the first throughout 60 minutes. As for simplifying the game, I think that's something that every coach wants their players to accomplish. And made a few tweaks with some system work, but nothing earth-shattering. I thought that the guys picked up some of the new stuff that we're introducing, and it was nice to see us get some zone play tonight. We had some good offensive zone play and created some offensive opportunities.
Excuse me, the guy on the other bench came into his job in a 10-game losing streak in an interim situation. Is what he accomplished, is he still there, and kind of your goal there?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Jack came into a situation. He's done a fantastic job with them, and that's what I'm trying to accomplish here.
When Ryan Nugent-Hopkins' line puts the puck deep, gets in on the forecheck, does all those gets that zone time going, did you feel that had a trickle-down effect that had that relentless kind of next line went out and did the same thing and on and on and on.
I think so. I think when they do a lot of good things out there, it you know, it helps out the bench, and they see that, and they have to follow. And there was one point in the first period that they had almost an odd man rush, and Taylor Hall came back real hard and stopped in front of the net, and the puck came right to him, and we're back in transition. I think that was an excellent back check, and the bench saw that, and it lifted the bench. So just those small little things can really help out your hockey club.
Great, thanks.
Thanks, Doug.
Hey, Jeff.